carbohydrates. If you consume carbohydrates or glucose with your vitamin C, there's a good chance you probably won't absorb vitamin C. When you look at mammals that produce their own vitamin C is chemically derived from glucose. Okay, now we don't make vitamin C, I understand that, but vitamin C and glucose still share the same transporter in our gut. So what does that mean? It means our body is going to take in the glucose instead of the vitamin C because they're competing for the same receptor, the same transporter. Okay, so we consume carbohydrates, we consume orange juice and vitamin C. Cool, we got vitamin C, but guess what? Doesn't mean utilize because glucose is taking priority. Oh man, okay, so what do we do? Well, the simple point here is that we're talking about, and this video has much more, so I'm not ending it here. The point is that when we're sick or stressed, which a lot of us are, we do need a lot more vitamin C, and we do need to absorb it. But have you ever heard about the link between stress and heart disease, and how, oh, maybe the heart attack was triggered by stress, not just diet? Well, here we go. And it all comes back to, again, Dr. Vivian Lowe, who I have to give major credit to. I'm not the scientist behind this. I'm just translating it. I find it fascinating. Okay, if you've never gotten blood work done, if you look on your lab test, there's a funny little thing that says lipoprotein A, or LPA, and no one ever talks about it because they're shaming you for your LDL or shaming you for this or that, but they're not focusing on this one little piece there that is quite important. Matter of fact, if you were to ask your doctor, and fun fact, I've done this, what LPA is, they're probably not going to even be able to tell you. Okay? So what the heck is LPA? LPA is ultimately an impossible to provide. Now, it has its place, but let's talk about it in just a second. Here's something interesting to remember. Animals that make their own vitamin C, like the goats, are significantly less prone to heart disease. And mammals that cannot make their own vitamin C, guinea pigs, randomly, they are much more prone to heart disease. Well, there's already a correlation there. The correlation doesn't equal causation. So let's dive a little bit further. What causes heart disease? What is heart disease? Well, it's really when you have excessive clotting and arterial plaque that builds up and ultimately clogs your heart, right? Okay, so that is heart disease in a nutshell. But when we look at some discoveries that were made at Transform Alliance for Health with Dr. Vivian Lowe and also Dave Heldman, who is a very well-known name in the metabolic health world, you found that LPA, lipoprotein A, looks a lot like LDL, like LDL cholesterol, except it has a funny little tail. So it floats around through the bloodstream, except it cannot bind to an LDL receptor because it has a tail. It's like basically a boat trying to get into a dock, but if that boat were to have some weird appendage off of it where it couldn't dock, well, that's kind of what lipoprotein A is. But that's not really the important part. What we have to talk about is the clotting piece. You see, what you really have to pay attention to is how lipoprotein A looks like something known as plasminogen. Now let's talk clotting for just a second. And I know you might be getting worried, but trust me, I'm going to get back to why you should just negative vitamin C. This is earth-shattering stuff here. Okay.
He said cheese. You thought you were taking a picture.
You have an injury scab. Okay, you have fibrin. You have these things that form that basically cause a clot or a scab.
Hey, Rachel
Think
says
of it
hi.
like this. There's a big accident on the freeway, a big nasty accident, and they have to clear the accident. So in order to clear the accident, they need to form a clot. Okay, they need to set up a barricade, the police cars need to come and they need to block traffic so that they can actually deal with the accident. And then once the accident's done, plasminogen comes in, and plasminogen says, okay, clear it up. It's like a tow truck. Clears everything away and allows traffic to run back through, okay? Well, we come back to LPA. LPA looks like plasminogen, but it's not. Okay, so plasminogen is there to clear up the freeway. We've got this weird LPA that looks like plasminogen, but all it does is just add to the clot. Okay, so it's like a tow truck that comes in, that pretends to be a tow truck, but has no capability of towing a vehicle whatsoever. So all it does is just add more vehicles. It doesn't actually do any work. It doesn't help. It just makes the mess bigger, makes the clot worse. See where we're getting with this? And now, where does vitamin C come into the equation? Vitamin C is absolutely critical for the collagen formation that is going to form the arterial wall to rebuild the highway. So imagine this. Big accident on the freeway. They destroyed the freeway, and they had to clear it all up. But we don't have the vitamin C to build materials to fix the freeway. So the clot builds and builds and builds and builds more and more And then lipoprotein A comes in and pretends to want to clear it up. This is adding more. You need a bigger clot. So that lack of vitamin C actually made it so your clot is worse and the artery cannot heal. What? Holy cow. It doesn't just like continue to build more. What they call in more plasminogen to try to clear it. But more plasminogen also looks like LPA, right? So you have more LPA coming in. This lack of vitamin C when you're stressed, this lack of vitamin C when we are sick, doesn't just affect you in the short term with your sickness, it affects you long term with your heart disease. And I will go on record and say that what I see out of all this is that link between stress and heart disease is more than just inflammation. It has to do with how you don't get enough vitamin C in it. One more wild thing before I leave you, okay? It turns out that there is a strong link because around the time, historically, in our evolution, that we stopped making our own vitamin C is about the exact same time that we started producing LPA in our bodies. So, eventually we evolved and we stopped producing this vitamin C and we started making LPA. I don't know about you, I'm going to load up on vitamin C. And I'm not your doctor, and I can't tell you how much to take, but I can say that you should probably do your own experiment. You should probably see what helps you not feel sick. I can do more videos on megadosing vitamin C and the benefits of cortisol and everything like that with it, but you have to let me know down below in the comment section. As always, please do keep it locked here on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. So you've done some damage to your metabolism and you've slowed it down. Maybe you've been dieting a little too hard over the years. Maybe age is catching up with you. Maybe stress is catching up with you. Well, using some ways to repair or fix your metabolism. 10 ways to be exact. Now these aren't ways to just spike your metabolism or boost your metabolism. Okay, I'm not all about that kind of generic stuff. I'm talking about repairing a damaged metabolism. Because most of the reasons that our metabolism slow down is simply because we've done some damage to it. And we can repair it if we apply a lot of these principles, or even all of these principles, or just one of them occasionally. So I'm going to break them all down and give you 10 of them. Hey, we've got new videos coming out just about every single day nowadays. At 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. So if you like good health content, just make sure you're keeping that locked in here. Hit that red subscribe button, and then that little bell icon will allow you to turn on notifications so you know whenever I go live or post a new video. Also, after you watch this video, go ahead and check out Butcher Box. If you eat meat at all, then you've got to check out Butcher Box. Grass-fed, grass-finished meat delivered right to your doorstep. And I kid you not, it's cheaper than the grocery store. So you get it delivered right to your doorstep, never have to leave the house, and it's the highest quality stuff. Plus, there's a discount and some cool add-ons for those that are watching my channel or watching my video. If you're going to get it, you might as well get it in the description down below. But let's watch the video first.
Oh,
all right,
wow.
Jumping right into it. The number one thing that I would like you to do to repair your metabolism is start paying more attention to your diet.
It already was.
By getting more in the way of iodine
It already was airborne.
and chromium in the mix.
Oh, well,
Much
I thought
of the
they were
metabolic
saying that it
damage
was
that
just
occurs within our body
contact, like
is because of the thyroid.
Someone
Okay,
got it,
when
it's
our
from
metabolism is slowing down,
contact.
it's generally
Well, if
our
you
thyroid is
sneeze,
slowing down. This happens with
it
fleas,
it
happens
sticks
with
to the
stress, it
water
happens with
molecule.
bad foods, autoimmune conditions, whatever.
Alright.
To make
It
matters
floats
very
in the
simple,
air.
your thyroid gland needs iodine to convert T4 into a usable form of T3. Okay. If you have T4, which is the precursor to thyroid, that's great, but you can't really use that until it's converted into T3. So what your body does is it combines iodine with tyrosine. And when it does that, it creates T1, T2, T3, T4, but it also helps the conversion process of T4 to T3. Now this is very important to boost your metabolism, but there's a secondary thing I want to talk about, and that's getting chromium in. Okay, chromium is a mineral that you can get, honestly, very inexpensively on Amazon. What chromium is going to do is it's going to help glucose receptors come to the surface. What does that mean? It means that blood sugar that's floating through your body sometimes doesn't have a place to go. But if you take a little bit of chromium, it makes it so that the receptors that are inside our cells come to the surface of the cell to collect the extra glucose. Now, this can help you in a lot of ways. It helps your thyroid because there's a lot of links with high blood sugar and insulin levels slowing down our thyroid. So let's control that and actually solve the issue, not just treat the symptoms, right? So iodine is going to help you create more thyroid, but let's solve the problem too with the chromium. Now you're going to get your iodine through kelp or through seaweed or something like that. Don't get it through iodized salt. That stuff is bleached and completely stripped of the minerals. Not the best way to get your iodine. Okay, next one is going to be consuming my ACV drink. Now, my ACV drink isn't a product, okay? It's just a collection of different ingredients. So